is the Make Sense Again American, where everything I say makes sense. I'm going to give you a little bit of history. And yes, it has to do with the demon rats. I can't stand liberals. I can't stand Democrats. I never, ever liked Democrats. Growing up brown, you figure you're going to like Democrats. No, that's a black thing. I'm sorry. You're a black man or a young black lady, they give you hell. How dare you vote Republican? They look at me and they try to give me that same shit. And I was like, I'm sorry, I just don't follow people. I do research and I observe and I see. But let me go ahead and give you something that's never been said on YouTube. And I'll start right here. A long time ago, Ronald Reagan had made a speech, and I believe, I'm going to say verbatim, I believe he said, wouldn't it be awesome if we had satellites that would shoot lasers to atomic missiles and blow them up on the spot? And he says, he kind of has a tongue-in-cheek saying, we got this. Well, that was called Star Wars. It was back when Ronald Reagan was president. He had made a comment to Russia. It was supposed to be veered so that Russians can listen to it. It was called the USSR back then. But anyways, when Russia heard that, they went into panic mode. And what was, I think it was 7% of what they had went to the, their income went to the military, jumped up to 27%. And they were hiring every IT guy, which was bankrupting them and ended the Cold War. Now, what he did was, I guess play chess. What Ronald Reagan, that is. He played chess because there was no such thing as a laser. But you have to understand that Russia had to get their defenses up, and they had to see what was going on. Because America was, we were apparently the one that knew about, we had laser VCRs, and we would use lasers a lot. So they really believed it, that United States had a laser that would shoot from a satellite and blow up nuclear bombs. Lo and behold, Ted Kennedy had made an announcement and said, America doesn't have that junk. But because he was an alcoholic, and because he was just some worthless ass Democrat that got do-nothing Democrat, we used his character witness. And we even said, are you going to believe that alcoholic or are you going to believe us? But he actually tried to drop the ball. He actually tried to foil the plan. I'm going to go ahead and give you another example of what the Democrats done. Like I said, nobody's ever asked. But a long time ago, Nancy Reagan wanted to have the war on drugs. It was her baby. She says, I want to do a war on drugs. I don't want America to be full of drug addicts and blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, it was veered the most gruesome time ever, because crack got introduced, and a lot of people were getting killed. There was a drug war. There were policemen getting shot. There were young men getting killed over turf wars. It was a lot of drugs, and it was definitely a crack epidemic, and that was under the Reagan watch. And so everybody wanted Ronald Reagan's legacy. To this day, everybody still wants Ronald Reagan's legacy as a failed war on drugs. What you don't understand is, I truly think the Democrats are responsible for that. I truly think the Democrats intervened and said, if Nancy Reagan's going to do a war on drugs, and if she comes out successful, we're going to look like idiots. We have to make sure she fails. We have to make sure what she pushes, what her agenda is, fails, which is to clean up the streets from drugs. You honestly think that you keep saying, this is for the African American, I don't say African American, this is for you black asses that keep talking, saying that crack was introduced by the government. If crack was introduced by the government, don't you think people would have said something by now? Honestly, don't you think they would have stepped up to the plate and says, hi, my name is Herbert Wilson, and I was the guy that went to Los Angeles and sold crack to the black man. The black man was here, and he let me in his territory, and what I did was I gave him a notice how Herbert's voice changed? Anyway, it's a white guy. So anyway, yeah, I gave him a demonstration of what to do with the crack and how to cook it and then how to sell it. And it was me that went in there. And all I had to do was wear a Coca-Cola outfit and a Kango hat. And I was in there. And they were like, come on in and show me crack. And I was like, here, just take it. We're the government, and we're here to give you crack. I honestly think that guy would have stepped forward. Or let's just say it was two black guys that worked for Ronald Reagan. And they were probably the whitest black guys you'd ever know. But because they worked for Reagan, they had to take special, I don't know, Ebonic courses and pretend to be, you know, from the hood. Listen to a lot of NWA because there was no what you call it, Khalifa back then, because he wasn't born yet. So anyway, they had to listen to a lot of NWA, and they had to put a lot of Ghetto Boys, and then they had to, you know, listen to the music, dress the part, and go there. You don't think they would have came up by now and said, you know what, it's absolutely true, Ronald Reagan and the government made me sell crack? You want to know who sold crack? The Democrats. The Democrats. And they didn't need to recruit any black people because they're consist of black people. Black people that are hot-tempered, black people that don't want to listen to the word no, black people that can mingle from the hood and still go in the polls and vote. It wasn't that difficult. I honestly think Al Sharpton himself went into Los Angeles and sold crack to disrupt the lovely Nancy Reagan's era, to ruin her legacy. They wanted his legacy and her legacy to be a failed war on drugs. What Donald Trump did by attacking that guy, I think his name was Salami. But anyway, I don't care what his name was, Salami. I will call him Salami. But he actually mocked Adam Schiff because the Democrats are pissed off that Donald Trump did not inform them. Why would you inform them when you have a history of foiling plots? They would have told CNN. They would have told the media. They probably have the phone number to the Taliban right now as we speak. And they would have said, there's about to be an attack. You might want to watch your back. He's trying to literally blow you away. And so Donald Trump, make no mistake, he did it on purpose. He had his men top secretly not make sure that he did not inform the opposing team, which is the Democrat Party, the demon rats, the snitches, the people that like to stir things up. When Republicans do well, the Democrats and the media like to crash down on you. This is the Make Sense Again America. The Make Sense Again American. And like I said, that's my 2 cents, but I really truly feel like it wasn't supposed to be like this, that he was supposed to share the information, but why do that? You'll just ruin everything anyway. There's a lot of other examples, and I'll bring them up, but these are the 3 that come into my head. But there's a lot of other examples how Republicans try to do something, and instead of succeeding, the Democrats, plus with the help of the media, likes to ruin everything. Absolutely ruin everything. I'm done. I think that's it. Y'all have a good one. This is only an 8-minute video. Usually it's 15 minutes and I go on a rant, but no, that's my video. I'm going to go ahead and load it and hit like and subscribe if you want to. If not, you know, hopefully you do listen to this. Take this knowledge, work with it. Have a good one. Bye.